All right, back to you, Dietrich Davis.
New Wrestling World Order. Dietrich Davis here. What I'm about to talk about can be uncomfortable for a certain set of people. We have to talk about a very unique issue of domestic violence and WWE's stance on it. It's very funny that about 10 to 11 months ago, we had a situation with the current contracted Nikki Bella and also the fired Odyssey Jones, who at one point joined the New Day, and he was taking his career to the next stage in the WWE. And Nikki Bella, who was not a part of the current WWE product at that moment in time. Uniquely, Odyssey Jones was accused of domestic violence, putting his hands on his ex-girlfriend. And then in the same breath, Nikki Bella had the cops called on her from her ex-husband. And he says that she's throwing shoes at me, basically attacking him. This was the 911 call.
Why is domestic abuse even a thing in real life?
Odyssey Jones, with no proof of information, no proof that he actually was an attacker, an abuser, an assaulter, a even sexual assaulter. He was fired from WWE because of their zero tolerance policy.
Yeah.
When it comes to domestic violence
and domestic abuse.
Here's Nikki Bella. Cops rushed to her house.
They arrested her.
And allegedly, after she threw shoes at Artemis, a former, her now ex-husband, after he made the 911 call to protect himself and his child.
Why they go take her to jail? Because of that,
Nikki Bella chased him up the steps. And then at that moment, I guess with child in hand, he pinned her down to the floor and allegedly attacked her. Uniquely, the district attorney's office couldn't press any charges on Artemis. They had no proof. There was no evidence. There was no bruisings, allegedly. There was nothing that they can use to say, Artemis, it's time for you to put these steel bracelets on and bring your ass on into the further regions of this precinct and take your ass to jail or prison for abusing a woman. Let me repeat. Artemis calls the cops.
You're a rat. Artemis is a rat. You're a snitch. Artemis is a snitch.
An English muffin was toasted for the child's breakfast. To avoid the argument from taking place in front of their child, he takes the baby and he proceeds to go up the steps into the room to take the child there, so the child wouldn't witness the bickering of the mother and the father. And it's alleged that Nikki Bella ran up those steps, and then all of a sudden, with child in hand, pinned her down and abused her. So the cops he called to defend and protect himself were then putting the steel bracelets on him.
Yeah.
As if he was the possible abuser and starter of this whole situation. I'm pretty sure, allegedly, that when the police department came, she flipped the script in fear of going to jail, in fear of her lackluster public appearance, and fear of not wanting to be labeled as one of those type of Karens, her being half white and half Hispanic. Half white and half Latin, her being Mexican. And all of a sudden, the tide is turned on Artemis, and he finds himself locked up.
He goes in jail too.
They get a divorce. He gets joint custody. Nikki Bella is ordered to pay child support, and then had the nerve to say the judge said to her, it should be an honor that someone can take something from you. Girl power, whatever, fuck ever.
Girl power? The fuck is that though? She said she already said that she said to get that dude out of the way. All of a sudden the niggas taking her ass to court.
It has a consistent thirst for public attention and believes that her star
she should be doing his shit.
Bigger than what it ever has been. The best thing she's ever done for WWE is leave the WWE. And for those of us who like her and celebrate her, oh well, go fuck yourselves. Now let's go over to the Odyssey Jones side. The big black man, as some people say.
What about Odyssey Jones?
Consistently, there's document information.
What about that Odyssey Jones guy that the WWE had just let go?
Consistently, verbally berating him and attacking him. There was a moment that he was attacked by her on a cruise ship. Not him attacking her attacking Odyssey Jones.
What, a ship?
Because she didn't like the way he was communicating with a female. In front of friends and family.
He probably cheated on her with that other girl, dude.
She kicks him. She abuses him.
He might be cheating on her with some other girl, dude.
He hugs his arms around her to keep her from continuing her consistent parade of violence. He just puts his arms around her to stop her from her consistent parade of violence. The ship crew had to arrest her and separate her from him on the cruise ship.
That means get her out of there.
That sounds about innocent to me, right? Allow me to continue. Later on, it is then said that he saw something in her phone, and all of a sudden, he abused her and beat her and attacked her. No proof, no evidence. Allegedly, some photographs of some bruises. We all know a couple of bitches that would do that shit to themselves.
Yeah.
Odyssey Jones the court awarded him the order of protection, not Odyssey Jones's ex-girlfriend. They awarded him, let's call him a gentle giant at this moment.
The order of protection.
The order of protection. That means, based off of consistent evidence, the court at this moment in time is siding with Odyssey Jones.
That's some old 50 Cent. That's some old 50 Cent Murder Inc. type shit. That's some old 50 Cent Murder Inc. type shit. Straight up and down, man.
4 days of each other. Odyssey Jones is released and fired on a zero tolerance policy with WWE.
WWE let him go.
And within
they let him go because he built some woman.
WWE, within Nick Khan's WWE, within the Silverlight New WME, erasing of Endeavor WWE, with the same zero tolerance policy in place for domestic violence.
Yeah, about that. All right, about the domestic violence, domestic abuse.
Going back into the WWE, they blocked out a section of the show for her. They let her grandstand back down the rampway into the ring while she does her little slutty spin around circle and her B-girl wannabe black girl backwards baseball cap. She stands in the middle of the ring, and they let her have a whole program with Liv Morgan, skyrocketing her, putting the rocket ship right back under her, undeservedly so. And to the voice of the fans, if they was listening, no one liked it. They just dedicated a segment to her about the Women's Battle Royal so that she could prove herself that she belongs in the WWE, i.e., I need more time and attention because my attention is running dry and I gotta pay child support. I threw shoes at my man while he was holding my child, and he called the cops, and I had to allegedly lie and say he abused me with child in hand.
What?
All of this taking place, and this woman is given a stage to be celebrated on. Hell, Evolution seems like it's just balance all around her. Forget the women, it's about the return of Nikki Bella. Here's the stage, here's the lights, here's the camera. Here it is in 4K, motherfuck 4K. Here it is in 8K for the world to watch. So her little flustered and broken ego can be put back on the stage for her, an audience of one, to feel good about herself.
Yeah.
She has a complexion for protection. But the big 300-pound, 6'3", 6'4" black man, he's not allowed to be protected. He's not allowed to speak his voice. He's not allowed to keep his job. Where's the zero tolerance when it comes to Nikki Bella? That man Artemis, whole life is ruined. He sat down with, I believe, Access or E, and he talked about it very clearly, and his whole life is ruined. He's right. You saw his mugshot, and he was made a criminal and abuser. That man might be 101% innocent, and Nikki Bella may be 101% a liar. Let me stress, maybe. But the DA dropped all the charges.
Well, DA dropped it?
When it came to Artemis and Nikki Bella. But then at the same time, she said I didn't want him arrested. So I don't want to press charges after they say there's nothing to charge him with.
They go drop the case.
But if you look back over at the Odyssey Jones situation, his innocence seems to be recognized at this moment in time by the court. But Nikki Bella gets to come back. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Triple K era of WWE. I want you to pay attention to how I get that she's white and half white, half Mexican, Caucasian, and Latin. But look what happens when you're a little petite white woman with a beautiful personality, allegedly, that everybody loves, and you got the complexion for protection. She's not making no money for Evolution.
Not.
So I don't want to hear, oh, well, if Odyssey Jones was making money, they wouldn't have got rid of him. They got rid of him because he was black.
He goes into the Indies.
Because it's easy to believe that a man can be an abuser, but it's impossible to believe that a woman can be a verbal abuser, a sexual abuser, a physical abuser, a mental abuser. Hell, we just came out of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I bet you 99% of you guys never got asked, how's your mental health? How are you doing today? But women like Nikki Bella get to parade in the lines of certain lines of blurred feminist moved ideas. Not a feminist, and not all feminism is bad, but she gets to play around in those blurred lines of feminism and power to women and power to this. I do believe that there should be strong women. I do believe we need strong women, but I do believe we don't need allegedly lying ass, cracker ass, taco white bitches.
Yeah.
Who run around And when she realized that Artemis called the cops, allegedly she accused him of being the abuser. DA says, not a possibility.
We'll drop the case.
And but she gets to have her job. Posters, t-shirts, merchandise, toys, probably limited edition championship belts of the old Diva title is coming back. She gets to be celebrated, praised, grandstands, and led to be this amazing human being that we all should be celebrating, man and women together. And Odyssey Jones is the big bad wolf, the fucking monster, the boogeyman under your bed, the monster in the closet while the kid is sleeping and the thunder is going and their imagination is going wild, all led by the identity of Triple H and Nick Khan. When it comes to their presentation of WWE, big black man bad, simple white woman innocent. It's like blaming King Kong when you remove them from his environment, tied him up, stressed him of his food, put the lily white bitch in front of him. He climbs the mountaintop climbs the top of the Empire State Building just to protect himself, to get away from the noises and the electricity and the people who are pointing the finger because he's a big black ape. Pulls out all of his airplanes and his tanks to shoot him down, and the flashes of everybody wanting to take pictures of him. Look at the big monster.
Yeah, monster.
But we don't acknowledge that that is the narrative they created.
I go grab white bitch.
And now his Odyssey Jones on top of the Empire State Building,
like he's King fucking Kong or something.
Defend himself. Think about the original King Kong movie. He was just trying to defend himself. He's in an environment that doesn't belong to him. It's not his nature, his culture, his being, his identity, his way of breathing. And he's at the top of the Empire State Building, defending himself. Those planes, those tanks, those flashes of lights, those narratives that something is dangerous, it's destroying our pretty building, aka the WWE. That is all of the WWE's narrative at that moment, once they fired Odyssey Jones.
Yeah.
And Nikki Bella is the poor white woman in King Kong's hand that we gotta save. Because she's innocent. But she's part of the people who couldn't leave well enough alone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we stand in a situation where is Odyssey Jones's job?
Yeah.
It doesn't exist. He doesn't have the complexion for protection. Remember, he's King Kong, big and dangerous, destroying our building and our city as he runs through it, climbs up the building, that being WWE.
Yeah.
And him being fired by WWE, all of the airships and the tanks. And then when he hits the ground, and all you hear is the heartbeat.
Heartbeat. That heartbeat's going up.
As King Kong died,
goodbye.
That is the end of Odyssey Jones's career. No apology, no I'm sorry, no holy shit, we might have jumped the gun and made him the monster, when in reality, he was just innocent. And this domestic violence accusations was all bullshit, with proof by friends and family. And we took him out of his zone and violated him mentally, emotionally, and psychologically, because he didn't fit your world's narrative on what probably a superstar may be in the WWE. And here's Nikki Bella. She gets to stand there, pushing her sexuality forward, looking for chairs and attention, all because she has the complexion for protection. Ladies and gentlemen, I think Odyssey Jones, respectfully, should be given his job back in the WWE. Not because he's a man, not because he's black, because he was wrongfully accused and he was innocent. And maybe they should just move forward from doing business with Nikki Bella, because we just celebrated someone being able to accuse someone of domestic violence allegedly and getting away with it. WWE removed innocence and celebrated an abuser. You guys let me know what you think. My personal opinion, Odyssey Jones needs his fucking job back. Retire action test hires to provide you truth, transparency, and unbiased.
Nah, who cares about the Saudi Arabia deal, man? Let's see what's over the up with this shit. Hold up, man. I ain't worried about how these deals came out. How you evaluate these deals, the Saudi Arabia deals? Come on, for that. I'm gonna fix this. Fix this flag. On, folks. On, guys. After the whole domestic abuse shit, let's go see. Let's go ahead. We can hear more of what Dietrich tape was it Dietrich was it let's go hear a little more of what Dietrich Davis had to say about the Saudi Arabia shit.
New Wrestling World Order, Dietrich Davis here. I think we need to have one of the most uncomfortable but necessary conversations had about the Saudi Arabia deal when it comes to WWE. I don't have an issue with them going to Saudi Arabia. That is not the issue.
Nah.
But my biggest issue is concerning the women that have to go out there and perform in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
This is a country that doesn't respect women, that doesn't see women as individuals and actual human beings. They see women as second-class citizens. Do not think I'm on some woke and feminist shit as I begin to tell and speak to you about this. I'm going to talk about freedom and fucking reality. Let me repeat. This is not a conversation. I'm not a woke individual. I'm not a feminist, but I must speak from a very hard line of reality. Every time they go to Saudi Arabia, they have to be subjected to the rules of the nation. And I get it. No matter what country we go to, we got to follow the fucking rules. But it's amazing that Saudi Arabia wants WWE, and they paid them handsomely. I think it's like a $200 million a year deal.
I'll go Saudi Arabia.
I might be wrong on the numbers, but to come into Saudi Arabia and perform for the people. Women are not even allowed to sit in the first few rows of those shows. Go look, pay attention. Our women have to go out there, our American women, our European women, our African women, our Australian women, all of the women that work in WWE, when they got to go there, they can't be themselves. They must dress from head to toe. When those women enter Saudi Arabia and have to begin to perform for everybody around the world, they then become pieces of property of the religion of Saudi Arabia. I'm not talking against religion.
Nah.
So I'm talking about the fact that the women are not allowed to be free. Yes, all women wear small underwear tights, so do the men. Yes, the women are revealing their body, so do the men. But we got so much bullshit going on.
Yeah, women wearing
tights. It's a complete violation for the women to go out there and be told how to dress because certain men don't have the emotional capacity in certain parts of the world to control themselves and just respect. This is how this culture does it. We're inviting them in, but we're going to tell them how they can present their woman. When Saudi Arabia watches WWE television on Netflix, if I'm correct, or whatever streaming provider that's being watched, the women don't have to cover up their buttocks and their abdomens and their shoulders and their necks and their ankles and their knees.
Or would they?
Where's that at? We don't see them blurring the screen. You know how I know? I got a VPN. I switched over to fucking Saudi Arabia, and guess what? There's no blurring on the women. You can accept that, but when they come to the country, you want them to cover themselves up.
Yeah, none else
You
will.
don't find that a little disrespectful as an American, as a European, as an Australian, as someone who is Japanese and Chinese and Polynesian,
Asian,
aka Samoan,
small Asian,
and of the African diaspora?
Africans, whatever.
You don't think that's a little disrespectful?
That's
That
not.
they want us to come entertain them, but they want to tell our women how the fuck they should dress.
That ain't cool at all, Dietrich. Not cool.
What's the point of going to Saudi Arabia? If you're going to tell me, hey, come into my country, this is the deal I would have brokered with Saudi Arabia. If my women can't have their freedom, we can't come into your fucking country. Thank you very much. In the words of Jim Cornette, thank you, fuck you, goodbye.
Yep.
If my women are going to be subjected to being criminals if they don't cover themselves up when they walk down that rampway, then we can no longer do business. And no, we're not just going to go send them in. No, you can't have the WWE product. Why should the women be subjected to being bottled in bottles and put into a position where freedom is removed from them? And I understand how it goes. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Isn't it amazing? Rome has fallen.
That's just
And it
dumb.
was never rebuilt.
That's just
Not
stupid.
as a mega power, not even as a superpower. But you want me to accept the fact that when I see my women over on your television presentation, our television presentation, meaning American programming,
Yeah.
going over to Saudi Arabia, that the women must cover themselves up because a bunch
would
of
they?
fucking dicks can't hold their hormones together.
These men can't even get it up.
Stone the woman.
They can't get it
rape
up.
the woman, sodomize the woman, violate the woman because they won't do what they do. But you want to arrest a woman, but you want to fuck women. You want to produce with women. You want to marry women. You want women to subject themselves to you. But you want our American culture to be put to the side because you want some of our entertainment.
Saudi Arabian
The
people.
rules of the deal should
Yeah.
completely change. It is time for WWE to negotiate the Saudi Arabia deal, and it should be in the freedom of the women who have main evented WrestleManias, pay-per-views, PLEs, Monday Night Raws, at SmackDowns, and so on and so on.
You mean with sex hounds, Dietrich?
Why should we take a product of any sport and go over there? Imagine having basketball show up in Saudi Arabia and the women have to wear full body suits in order to perform because they don't want to see no ankle and no knee and no nothing.
You want to see that?
We don't live in this fucking world, but you want the product that comes from America. If any of the women that work for WWE should feel completely disrespected. This ain't a CM Punk thing where we talk blood money. This ain't a blood money thing. This is a protecting our women thing across the board.
They know.
There should be no
They
more shows
know.
in Saudi
They
Arabia.
know.
The
Go
Saudi
suck a blood money
Arabia
covered dick, you
want to show
fucking
us
dork
that they
tweet.
are progressive, that they are building a new entertainment state, that they want us to come over there, then accept us as we are. I think it's in everybody's good book, whether you're a believer or not, that somewhere in every language says, come as you are. This is the company that will eventually own WWE.
Yeah.
After this next flip with Silver Lake. I would like to know how you people feel. Because with the words that I'm saying is not unrealistic. You don't feel weird that they can look at a man's half-naked body, but they can't look at a woman half-naked body? Is Saudi Arabia full of the greatest set of homosexuals on the planet that are quietly hiding in the closet and scared to look at a female's frame?
Nigga, please.
Scared to see some breast jiggle?
Nigga, please.
Are scared to see some ass cheek jiggle?
No.
Are scared to see some abdomen and some arms? You want to fuck women, but you don't want to fuck with women.
They want to fuck them. They want to fuck them hoes. Women is like not even suggesting it's hoes and bitches.
Fucking trouble because of an outfit malfunction.
Well, Saudi Arabian guys want to go fucking women.
Saudis can't handle that.
Saudi Arabian guys want to start fucking women.
Subjected to punishment and bullshit.
That's all they do.
This? I don't think we should do Saudi Arabia.
No, we don't need it.
It's becoming extremely insulting.
Yeah, it's bad.
And disrespectful and distasteful
to
have the women have to cover themselves up with all the freedom they have in the rest of the world. And those fucking cunts and cocksuckers want us to bring our product. Now, when I say us, I'm not saying as a part of the WWE. They want us, Americans, to come over and bring product over there. What happens when the Olympics go there? Do we tell the female swimmers to wear all bodysuits? The gymnastic women to wear all bodysuits? The powerlifting women? The amateur wrestling women? We want all of the women to come up because Saudi Arabia is going to work the Olympics sooner or later.
You wear bodysuits?
Is that what we subject the women to from around the world?
Bodysuits?
Because you can't handle seeing a little bit of fucking skin?
They're stupid.
That's all I'm presenting and I'm saying in this.
They couldn't handle skin.
And for that Saudi Arabia deal to continue while women are subjected to the bullshit of Saudi Arabia from our country and from the rest of the world that WWE so rightfully hires. Sooner or later, it rightfully hires. That means we are purposely, that company is saying, fuck you to your freedoms that you have, and the Saudis' money means more to us than who you are as a woman. As a woman.
Yeah.
No one wants to acknowledge this. No one. We all are thinking it, but we're not saying it out loud. Maybe there should be a protest. Maybe it should be one of those things where WWE just breaks the deal. And if Saudi Arabia wants to get it done, they have to accept our women as they are.
Yeah.
Like I said, they will eventually get the Olympics. The NBA will eventually go there. And they're going to want our women to cover ourselves up.
Bodysuits?
Nobody wants to walk around like this.
Bodysuits?
It's just being a set of fucking eyes.
Or skin.
A human being's identity is from head to toe.
Or skin.
From toenail to thumbnail.
Or skin.
From eyelash to eyebrow.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to subject our women to. Shame on shame on TKO.
Yeah.
And shame on Silver Lake for even allowing this to fucking happen.
Shame on Endeavor too.
No more than Saudi Arabia shit until they can respect our women. This ain't CM Punk with the sweet Saudi money or blood money. This is about respecting our women.
Yeah.
And if the Saudi Arabians don't like it, create your own fucking wrestling company. Create your own fucking belts and try to brand that worldwide. Now that WWE owns AAA, slash TKO owns AAA, those Mexican women are very, very voluptuous. They show all their bodies, just covering their tits and their ass and some of their back. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Do you now tell the Mexican culture that when they bring them over there, that they have to do what you say? Motherfucker, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Fuck are we doing around here? Until they can respect our women, because when them fucking dirty Saudis come over into the United States, they can't tell our women how to dress. They can't tell our women how to speak. They can't stop our women from learning how to drive. They can't stop our women from learning how to get an education.
Yeah.
Until they adjust to our standards, we no longer belong over there.
Yeah, the goddamn Saudi Arabian people can go eat a motherfucking dick as well. Yeah, fuck them, fuck those Saudi Arabian assholes. They don't even give a fuck about. They don't give a fuck about the women that bust their ass and wrestle and play their craft and all that. Man, they don't give a fuck about nothing else. That's all they give a fuck about is their goddamn uh, you know monies and all that. What were the WWE's doing? What the fuck are they doing? They keep they keep parading the female talent over there in Saudi Arabia. I'm like, I mean, they've been doing this old bullshit since the 2010s. Like, they trying to do it. It's like they had to go wear bodysuits for some reason. Why? They couldn't show the Saudis little skin? Why? Shit, they had on the female talent in WWE. They already got on their wrestling gear with their names and likenesses on it. Let's talk about people like Charlotte Flair, Naomi Knight, aka Trinity Fatu. Okay, Bianca Belair, aka Bianca Crawford, Jade Cargill. What about the women that's been there? Uh, Carla Gonzalez. She just already came to the main roster from NXT. She can wear her gear. It says the Prodigy. It's not like it's not like I was in a relationship with the woman. The woman had her this woman, the young woman had her own house. Carla especially, who had to be Roxanne Perez, she got her own fucking house in Laredo, Texas. Okay? She can pay all the rent that she always want in her home in Texas. I mean, let's talk about the females especially. Let's talk about Rebecca Quinn, aka Becky Lynch. Let's talk about Becky Lynch, whose real name was Rebecca Quinn. Let's talk about whoever's on there. Let's talk about Pamela Martinez, aka Bailey. The women that's already want to wrestle hard. The Evolution pay-per-view was okay as far as I know of. You already showcased the legendary female wrestlers like Jacqueline Moore, people like Jazz, people uh like Ivory, whose real name was Lisa Moretti. She's she's been featured on there. Maurice Mazenin, they put her there too. They'll showcase the legends that's there, male legendary uh wrestlers. Those that later retired. Three of the women that you see on the WWE Evolution 2025. No, it's no crowd that later retired. Okay, bring the people. The women can wrestle as much as they want to. They can bring in Raquel Gonzalez. They can bring her in, have her wrestle there in tights and things. Demi Bennett, aka Rhea Ripley. They can let her wrestle if they want to. So they can let her wrestle in draws in draws and bra. You know what I'm saying? No tights. They can let her do that. In America, they can let them show a little skin, but in Saudi Arabia, they couldn't let them show a little of it. That's a slap in the face to people at Endeavor and Silver Lake and TKO Holdings. Shame on them. See, I love women's wrestling, so I don't even hate it like Vince McMahon was. Vince McMahon, he has his dislike towards women's wrestling for some reason. But Triple H loves women's wrestling. Why don't Vince like women's wrestling? But Vince is not there anymore because he's been removed as their chairman. So that man got his own little company to start. That 14th and I company. Me, I can give a fuck about the quality over quantity. The shit that happened last Saturday was Seth Rollins, being injured during his match with Shawn Breaker, aka L.A. Knight, who was formerly known as Eli Drake. Okay, Kobe Lopez, who had to be Seth Rollins, he tweaked his knee during the match with L.A. Knight. You know, and this happens to him. I think it took away a little from the match. So he Rollins gets pulled out of the ring and get taken to the trainer's room in Atlanta, Georgia. When Saturday night's main event was taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. Goldberg had a match with Gunther. He tried to beat Gunther but didn't try to go through it, but he's all gassed out again. Gunther made him tap out, and Gunther will still keep he will still retain that the WWE World Heavyweight Championship belt. As soon as Gunther leaves, as soon as Gunther leaves to go hit the showers, wrestling legend William Scott Goldberg has something to say to get that speech going. He made a speech, and everybody standing alongside him was Doug Dillinger, his son Gage, and a few other people that was in the ring. He spoke, he did a speech, and instead of thanking people, you know, and especially the city of Atlanta, and things like that. And then all of a sudden, it ended. I mean, the show ended with executive producers, uh, Paul Levesque and Lee Fenting, and who was a former ESPN reporter. I mean, it has copyright. It has copyright 2025. So, um, and it did have an ending. So they cut the feed. They cut the feed. I mean, NBC, National Broadcasting Company, have already cut off the goddamn feed to end the show. What else can he do to cut off? To cut off the feed. They just want to cut the speech down. Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, my sister is about to be going back to work soon, or a couple of at least weeks. Um, at least weeks. For at least weeks. People did not want to speak on what happened on there. They had mentioned him. My sister was about to go back to work. I'm now borrowing my niece's computer table here right across from me. I gotta go borrow my niece's computer table. You know what I'm saying? Just at least it'll be like a week. Yeah, my PC. Damn, the little driver thing that a hook to my PC. It got hot. It got hot. Fucking thing won't even reconnect to the cable modem. So my sister had to get some gigs up in all devices. She had to go to people at Cox and get some gigs in. War no thing until then. They can outsmart each other if they want to outsmart each other. It did not bother me. It did not bother me one bit. For the people that's already been watching these shows, but I'm waiting on a computer desk for to come. I had to go to Walmart. I put that little computer desk. I had to put it there, and I had to add that to the cart so my sister can go order that for me. And it's that 400 pound computer chair. Let me see if I can. Let me go to DuckDuckGo for a minute. Hold on. I gotta go to DuckDuckGo, folks. Hmm. Let me go to DuckDuckGo and put computer tables. Computer tables. Let's see. Computer tables. Computer tables. I'm going to go to I'm going to Walmart. Yeah, I'll check with Walmart. Going to Walmart. Hold on. Oh, gotta get some Walmart account. Oh, fucked up. Hold on for a minute. Here's acting like a complete dick. See? On. My computer tables were going down the block. Oh, fuck. What's screaming and yeah, let me find. Okay, computer. Oh, computer chair. Hold on. Into the computer chair. We're going computer chair, folks. On the on the what is that? What that little computer chair they had? This like, oh yeah, this right here, folks. The John Pony, big and tall. Yeah, WWF erased their bloody past and made them cartoons. Yeah, it got strong in the mid. This right here is a John Pony, big and tall, 400-pound gaming chair. Ergonomic design. Yeah, I think Michael will have to go get that for me. When Christmas is coming. You know what I mean, this year. Let me. All right, back to computer table. Back to computer table. Yeah, computer table. Shit. Get back to the computer table. Oh, damn. Shit, how many things here? Mm, let me sure. What the other one at? Yeah, they gotta make that good. Yeah. On. I made a complete error on this. Ain't so many other computer that's that I like. I'm about to be finished with this video. Like let me see. It's gonna be added. It's gonna be added on Gmail. And go get sent to Gmail. Get sent to the Gmail my Gmail account, or it's not gonna make it to the Gmail account. About to end this thing. They're saying something about why Tupac's case. They're saying that why Tupac's case was still remaining to be unsolved after 27 years. It's been 29 years behind the scenes, man. They got they got a mug shot. They got a mug shot of Michael Moore, who was an ex firefighter. You know what I'm saying? They had his mug shot on there because you know how they do it for the documentaries for binge worthy documentaries already had that out there. But I'm ready to go right up out of here, man. I'm ready to finish off. I'm about to ride up out of here, man.